Hi, my name is Eric G, and welcome back to Sharing Faith, or Sharing My Faith. And today, um, today I'm going to talk about unleashing your lion. And what does that mean? Or unleashing the lion, your lion. And basically, I'm just going to talk about some stuff. And I'm going to do 2 videos for today. And then Tuesday I'll do some more. But I'm basically going to do 2 videos. So the last chapter was called Wanted. And this next chapter is called Hell in Your Heart. So that's chapter 2. Hell in Your Heart. So Jeremiah 17:9 says, "The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it?" So the heart of man is his worst part. So the heart of man is his worst part. So depression is not an emotional reaction, but a thought process. So don't blame everything and everyone except yourself. So don't blame everything and everyone except yourself. Like you are the hero, but you're not the villain. So don't blame everything and everyone except yourself, like you are the hero but not the villain. Deal with your own soul, not other people. So remember that we have to deal with our own soul before I talk to other people. Basically, I have to make sure that when I have problems, that I do not go to blame anyone or anything else, and I accept it. And yeah. So the greatest weakness in any man or woman is the center of who they are, their hearts, the heart. So the world's advice is do what you feel, giving you a mixture of pleasure. It is an assault from the outside, but a breaking down on the inside. So the enemy is the one you can't meet. So the enemy is the one you can't meet. It is yourself. So the only enemy, or the enemy is the one that you can't meet, is yourself. So what does the Bible say about who you are? So are you fighting battles or struggles, or carry broken promises? Are you angry? Is the sin eating away at your soul? If you dare to do an exercise of discovery, what is really happening at the core of who you are? We have to go back to the beginning. So if you want to know what's going on, you have to go back to where it started. And where did it start? It started in Adam and Eve, is where hell got into people's hearts, man or woman. Adam and Eve were enjoying a relationship with God and their purpose, but Satan whispered that God was holding out on them. Satan told them God was pretending and that he was insecure about them knowing as much as he did. So our minds have been darkened by sin and our desires by the evil. But we can think, choose, and act. Our desire for God and the thoughts of our hearts are evil. So nobody can understand nobody can understand what is really going on in a heart. If you feel good about a reason then why do what you do? Maybe you shouldn't do it. So Satan is an expert of the human. No, Satan is an expert for the sinful disposition of the human heart to carry out his plans through you. He will use your heart to his advantage in destruction. Or he will use your heart to his advantage so it can be led to destruction. He will put whatever you desire in front of you, money, power, to make sure he gets what he wants you to have. So Satan will tell the lie that it is wisdom, and then Satan will replay the soundtrack of the narrative over and over. How does your sound like? So using positive words like, I am helping you. You want to be happy and healthy, but only on the surface. So be careful with people in your life that sound just like that. Now, want to use positive words. There we go. So you got to watch out for people who want to use positive words to take advantage of you. So they may seem nice, they may act nice, they may use nice words, but they're really trying to get to their own selfish ambition. So you got to be careful with friends that have their basically selfish ambition in mind and not yours. So wisdom is not an all about me attitude, having a self-ambition. Okay, so doing things that look and feel and seem right to do is a lie. So I'm going to read that again. So doing things right, look and feel and seem right to do is a lie. So just because it looks good and feels good and seems right to do doesn't mean that means it could be a lie if it is not God's way. So let's say you're trying to do the right thing. The problem is you have a heart that is bent toward darkness. You will never get life right with a wrong heart because the core of who you are is in the wrong direction. Not every heart is created equal, or not every compass is created equal. So the heart or compass no longer tells the truth about which direction you are headed. It is fine as long as you don't use it to make a decision on your course. So that's the first chapter. I think that's about it. There's not much else to say. So basically, the center of who Satan is, or basically the heart will rob you. So basically the heart will steal from you. The heart will deceive you. The heart will condemn you. The heart will expose you to the enemy. So that's basically about it for that chapter. Or sometimes we can blame external forces. So like I was saying, sometimes we can blame it's the government. Sometimes we can blame it's my family. Sometimes we could blame it's my friend. And we just keep blaming other people. But instead, even sometimes maybe we know that we are the problem and we have the solution, but instead we choose to blame what's going on externally, but we're not paying attention to what's going on with our heart internally. We're not paying attention to our hearts, and we just keep blaming what's going on outside and taking outside instead of taking care of what's going on inside. But that's about it for that one, and I'll be right back with the next one. God is good all the time.